Ever been on a train journey where you just wished something exciting would happen? Well, be careful what you wish for. Today, we're rediving into one of the most brilliant and mind-bending mysteries ever written, Agatha Christie's murder on the Orient Express. So, grab your ticket, find your compartment, and let's get this investigation rolling. Our story begins in the winter of 1934. The legendary Belgian detective, Hercule Poirot, with his magnificent mustache and unparalleled intellect, has just wrapped up a case in Syria. All he wants is a peaceful 3-day journey back to London aboard the luxurious Orient Express. But fate, as it often does in Christie's world, has other plans. The train is unusually full for this time of year, but thanks to a last-minute connection from his friend, Monsieur Bouc, a director of the train line, Poirot secures a berth. On board the train is a microcosm of high society. We have a cast of characters from all walks of life, each seemingly a stranger to the others. There's an American business tycoon, a Russian princess, a Hungarian diplomat, an English governess, a Swedish missionary, an Italian car salesman, ... You get the idea. It's a truly international and eclectic group. Among them is a particularly unpleasant man, a wealthy American named Samuel Ratchet. He's got the kind of face that just screams villain. He approaches Poirot, sensing danger, and offers him a huge sum of money to be his bodyguard. Ratchet reveals he's been receiving threatening letters, but Poirot, with his strong moral compass and an instant dislike for the man, flatly refuses, saying, "I do not like your face, Monsieur Ratchet." Ouch. But on the second night, things take a dramatic turn. The train gets stuck in a massive snowdrift in the middle of Yugoslavia, completely isolated from the outside world. The silence of the snow-covered landscape is soon shattered by a shocking discovery. Samuel Ratchet has been murdered in his locked compartment. He's been stabbed 12 times. Monsieur Bouc, in a panic and realizing he has the world's greatest detective on hand, immediately begs Poirot to solve the case. With the local police unable to reach them due to the snow, Poirot agrees. He now faces one of the most challenging cases of his career, a closed-room mystery. On a snowbound train, with a limited number of suspects, every single person on that carriage is now a potential murderer. Poirot begins his investigation with his signature material. He teams up with Monsieur Bouquet and Dr. Constantine, a fellow passenger, to examine the crime scene. The compartment is a treasure trove of confusing clues. The window is open, but there are no footprints in the snow outside. They find a pipe cleaner, a handkerchief with the initial H, a half-burnt piece of paper, and a stopped watch in Ratchet's pocket. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:15 a.m. But here's where it gets really interesting. The stab wounds are bizarre. Some are deep, some are shallow. Some appear to have been made by a right-handed person, others by a left-handed one. It's as if multiple people with varying strengths attacked him. It's an impossible crime scene. Poirot starts interviewing the passengers one by one, and what a tangled web of lies and secrets he uncovers. Everyone has an alibi, of course. The stern American lady, Mrs. Hubbard, claims a man was in her compartment. The Italian, Antonio Foscarelli, denies everything with a dramatic flair. The English governess, Mary Divenham, is suspiciously calm and collected. Each interview reveals a little piece of the puzzle, but they all seem to contradict each other. As Poirot digs deeper, he makes a crucial breakthrough. Using a clever technique involving a hatbox and a spirit stove, he manages to read the burnt piece of paper. The words he deciphers are, "Remember little Daisy Armstrong." And suddenly, the entire case is blown wide open. The name Daisy Armstrong connects to a famous, tragic case from years ago in America. A little girl, Daisy Armstrong, was kidnapped and murdered. The mastermind behind this horrific crime was a man named Cassette. He was arrested but used his wealth and connections to get acquitted on a technicality and escape justice. The tragedy didn't end there. Daisy's mother died from grief. Her father took his own life, and a housemaid, wrongly accused of involvement, also died by suicide. The Armstrong case destroyed an entire family. Poirot puts 2 and 2 together. The victim, Samuel Ratchet, is not who he claimed to be. He is, in fact, the notorious child killer Cassette. This revelation changes everything. The motive is no longer just a random act of violence. tease about revenge. Poirot realizes that the eclectic group of passengers on the train are not strangers at all. He meticulously uncovers the hidden connections. The governess, Mary Debenham, was the Armstrong family's governess. Ratchet's secretary, Hector McCain, was the son of the district attorney who prosecuted the case. The chauffeur was the Armstrong family's chauffeur. The Hungarian diplomat and his wife were close friends. The Russian princess was Daisy's godmother. Every single passenger in that carriage, including the conductor, had a direct connection to the Armstrong family and a powerful reason to want Cassetti dead. Poirot is now faced with two possible solutions. The first is simple. A stranger, a rival gangster perhaps, boarded the train, murdered Ratchet, and escaped before the train got stuck in the snow. This theory is plausible, but doesn't quite fit all the bizarre clues. The second solution is far more complex and audacious. Poirot gathers all the suspects in the dining car for the grand finale, the classic Poirot reveal. He lays out all the evidence, all the lies, and all the hidden connections he's uncovered. He explains that the strange collection of Klusta pipe cleaner, the handkerchief, the conflicting testimony was deliberately planted to create confusion. Then he presents his shocking conclusion. It wasn't one person who murdered Ratchet. It was all of them. 12 of them, to be exact. They formed a self-appointed jury of 12, representing the jury that failed to convict Cassetti. Each of them took a turn stabbing him, which explains the different types of wounds. They had been planning this for years, a collective act of justice for little Daisy Armstrong. The man Mrs. Hubbard claimed was in her room was a fabrication to support their story. The entire crime was a brilliantly executed conspiracy. After revealing this incredible truth, Poirot is left with a profound moral dilemma. He has two theories to present to the Yugoslavian police when they arrive. The first, simple theory of a lone intruder, will let the 12 Avengers go free. The second, the true and complex one, will condemn them all for murder. He looks at the 12 people who have taken justice into their own hands. He sees not cold-blooded killers, but people broken by a terrible tragedy, seeking closure that the law denied them. In a stunning and unprecedented move, Hercule Poirot, a man who has always served the law, decides to serve justice. Instead, he turns to Monsieur Boog and Dr. Constantine and asks which theory they should present. They both agree on the first one. So, Poirot declares that he will present the simpler, false theory to the police. The case of the murder on the Orient Express is officially solved. The train is freed from the snow, and the passengers continue their journey. Their dark secret, safe with the world's greatest detective. Poirot, for the first time, has chosen to let the murderers go free, balancing the scales of justice in his own unique way. And that's the story of Murder on the Orient Express. It's not just a whodunit. It's a whydunit. It challenges our ideas of right and wrong, law and justice. What would you have done in Poirot's shoes? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into one of literature's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more classic story breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next adventure.